promote your book or prosecute the biggest case of your legal career?
I'd also like to explore the possibility of a civil suit.
What kind of deal are they offering?
There might be something else that you could help me with.
I'm not changing my mind on this.
What am I doing here?
Carly's reunion with Valentin explodes when Sunny exposes Valentin's darkest buried betrayal, forcing Carly to choose between love and the truth. Meanwhile, Curtis rejects a plea deal and risks everything at trial. Anna faces haunting memories and shocking revelations about Brit ignite fresh chaos across Port Charles. Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So let's get started. General Hospital. Carly learns Valentin's awful buried secret. General Hospital recap reveals that Carly Spencer found out something shocking about Valentin Cassidy's past. Meanwhile, Curtis Ashford decided against taking a legal offer. Once Anna Devane got a small welcome home party, she enjoyed catching up with Emma Scorpio Drake, Giovanni Gio Palmieri, Max Scorpio and Felicia Scorpio. Anna eventually convinced everyone to let her rest and give her some privacy, but Dante Falconeri showed up next to discuss Cassius Faison's death, along with Ross Cullum's grim fate. Anna was apologetic for not digging deeper into Nathan West Cassius' story early on, but Dante reassured her since he fooled them all. Even so, Anna was upset over Cassius' deception and over the lost months of her life in an institution. Once Dante left, a vision of Peter August popped up. Peter suggested it was good to be home, and told Anna that she could finally get her revenge. At Carly's house, she was celebrating her reunion with Valentin when Sonny Corinthos barged in the kitchen. Sonny made it clear that this romance was a mistake and exposed Valentin's role in scheming with Ava Jerome to mess with his bipolar meds. Carly wasn't pleased over that news, but she decided to focus on the person Valentin was here and now. Carly praised Valentin for his help against Jack Brennan, and all he did to save Jocelyn Jacks. Sonny learned Brennan recruited Jocelyn and told Carly that Cullum was behind the attempts on his life, including the firebombing that injured Michael Corinthos. Despite Sonny's attempts to convince Carly to dump Valentin, she refused to listen. At the Metro Court Gardens, Martin Gray came home after winning his big case in Reno, and learned from Laura Collins that Jen Sidwell arranged it to get him out of the way. That left Sidwell free to blackmail Laura, who was free now that Sidwell had been arrested and was going on trial. Laura pushed for Martin's discretion on all this and admitted Kevin Collins still wouldn't be coming home with Ace Cassidy yet since Kevin had just started the summer semester in Dublin. Laura also sought Martin's legal help for a friend in need, which turned out to be Curtis. At home, Curtis got off the phone after facing pressure from his lawyer. Jordan Ashford learned a plea deal was on the table, and that Curtis' attorney wanted him to take it. Curtis admitted it was for 2 years in prison with the possibility of parole in 8 months. Going to trial could be risky since it could result in a much longer sentence if Curtis was convicted. Plus, Curtis had a new problem now that Willow Kane was the PCPD's other driver suspect instead of Isaiah Gannon. That could crumble Curtis' defense about Isaiah provoking him. In the end, Curtis resolved to fight since he didn't want to miss out on that time with his baby and hoped Willow's frame-up could be proven. Martin eventually showed up to speak with Curtis after being sent by Laura to offer a second opinion on the case. Back at the Metro Court Gardens, ADA Justine Turner acknowledged that she couldn't prosecute Sidwell due to the conflict of interest since she'd been tangled up in his hostage situation. Justine wanted Molly Lansing Davis to handle the case instead, but it'd mean missing her imminent book tour. Molly asked for 24 hours to make her decision, so Justine was fine with that. Molly also seemed surprised by Sonny rushing to ADA Turner's aid, and suggested there was another conflict of interest now if Justine ever had the chance to prosecute him. Justine made it clear that she'd hand off that case to someone else as well if that day came. Sonny eventually met up with Justine in their usual rendezvous spot, so they could enjoy some private passion. At Elizabeth Baldwin's, Rick Lansing was annoyed over drunk Lucas Jones crashing their romantic time together last night. Lucas wound up staying on the sofa, which is where he awoke confused and embarrassed. After Rick left, Lucas opened up to Elizabeth about finding out Marco Rios was killed over Celine since Britt Westbourne never had Huntington's disease. At the Metro Court pool, Isaiah and Portia Robinson bumped into Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor, but Portia kept the interaction brief since Trina was uncomfortable. Trina wound up worrying over Isaiah and Portia's nearby meeting with Rick, who spoke to Isaiah about his desire to go after Curtis in a civil suit. General Hospital spoilers say Curtis has more messes ahead of him.